Hey, I'm Lex,
And I'm Gibby.
and this is another episode of Porch Swing People.
Welcome and thank you for joining us. As you know, our podcast, each week we bring on a new guest to have a casual conversation, and that's what we've got going on today.
Hey, Gibby.
Hey, Lex,
It's our fourth episode.
number 4.
Gibby and I just want to say we have read everyone's messages that they've posted on our Instagram and Facebook accounts. We've seen your Spotify comments and also your messages that you've sent personally to me and to Gibby, just telling us what you think about the podcast and that you've been listening and that it's been bringing you joy. And that is totally awesome. So thank you so much for all of your support. I did want to send a little shout out to our favorite listener out there, the coolest 4-year-old that I know. You know who you are. Thanks so much for listening to every episode, and we hope you like this one too.
You got to tell the audience, we're famous in their car.
That's what I've been told. You're famous in our car. So, hey, buddy, thanks for listening.
Thank you for
And
listening.
keep giving us your feedback. It means a lot to us.
Yep.
Give you a quick question. Before all of this, have you ever listened to a podcast ever?
I have not.
Did you know what a podcast was?
Yes, I knew what a podcast was.
Yeah,
I seen
sure.
a couple clips here and there.
Well, I used to listen to a couple of podcasts regularly, like weekly. It was something I made sure to carve out time for every week. But tell me something that you carve out time for every day or every week, Gibby.
You know what I have been doing for the last 4 weeks. In the morning, I wake up at least 10 minutes early so I can sit quietly and have a cup of coffee, and there's nothing on. I'm just sitting there on my recliner, sipping my coffee, 10 minutes. And then I've been doing pretty good about the same thing in the evening. I have a cup of hot sleep tea. It relaxes me. I get 10 minutes, and then after that, I do my ritual for, getting ready for bed.
10 minutes twice a day. You intentionally disconnect and just focus on being present and enjoying some quiet time.
Yep. And listening to the hollowness in my head.
Okay. Have you noticed any changes or impacts from doing that so consistently?
I honestly believe in the morning, if I wake up 10 minutes early, then I'm not in a rush. So,
Mm-hmm.
then I get ready for work, and I'm actually very relaxed when I get in there. And then at the end of the day, when I do my 10 minutes of concentration, cool down, whatever you want to call it, I am definitely more relaxed and ready to go to sleep. So the one thing that I would recommend though is after you brush your teeth and you're getting in bed, do not look at your phone and start scrolling again. So I just put it away and I get in bed, and I'm out pretty quick.
Oh, that is good advice. I am a scroller, but it is because I try to be very intentional about not spending too much time on my phone during the day when I'm with the kids, because I want them to know there's a life outside of your phone. So then I have my life with my phone after they go to bed.
Oh, that does make sense. For the listeners, Lex is engaged with those kids. They are engaged with the kids all the time.
Thanks for saying that. But you know who I think of when I think of somebody who is very intentional?
Let's hear.
Our guest, Julia.
Of course. Oh yeah, we're doing a
Uh,
podcast.
oh, yeah. Yes,
Uh,
Julia is such a wonderfully intentional, thoughtful person. I think we know a little bit about her as a whole, but I think we have a lot to learn from our chat with her, so I'm very excited about it.
all right, well, let's bring her on.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Julia,
Julia. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
how are you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing pretty good. Well, I'm speaking for both of us. Thanks for joining us on our podcast. It should be just a pretty fun, casual conversation. We're excited to hear what's going on in your life and learn some new things.
Yeah, looking forward to talking with you guys.
Why don't you start by telling us a little about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Julia, and I'm from Colorado, born and raised, living there now. I graduated undergrad a couple years ago and now working as an engineer also here in Colorado.
Right on. Hey, Julia, we were talking right before you came on about stuff that we do, the little things for ourselves. I was telling Lexi that one of the things during the week that I do, it's every morning really, is quiet time. Is there something that you carve out of the week for yourself?
One thing that I like to carve out time for every week is going to a coffee shop and journaling. That's pretty much it. I'll just grab a coffee, sit down, get out my journal and pens, and write about how my week was, things that went well or not well, and goals for the upcoming week. So it's a good introvert time every week to kind of decompress and think
Yeah.
about process everything that's happened, but also good for um, goal setting and making the next week better.
And people watch too.
Oh, so true. Yeah. Take a break from journaling and see all the interesting people coming in and out. Totally.
So you go every week to a coffee shop to kind of wrap up your weekend journaling and plan for the next week a little bit.
Yeah, and I also journal. So that'll be like a big 1 or 2 hour session, but I also like to journal almost every night. Just when I'm in bed, I just write a little bit about what I did during the day and how I'm feeling, like emotionally, physically. And I've been doing that almost every day for quite a few years now.
Wow, that's amazing. And so what got you into journaling?
It actually started in school when my English teacher during freshman year of high school, she gave us each a journal, and at the beginning of most class periods, she would have some prompt for us to write about, and then you just write in your journal. And I kind of thought, this is kind of nice to get your thoughts out and have some kind of record of the day, I guess. So I just decided to get my own journal and keep doing it on my own.
Right on. What kind of advice would you give others that wanted to start journaling? How would you get them started?
Ooh, if you want to journal but haven't been able to get into it yet, I would recommend honestly lower your own standards. Like, it doesn't have to be a beautiful essay, a piece of poetry, a work of art. Like, just get some thought on the page. And then you can just write one sentence and be done with that, and that's good enough. Maybe the one sentence will then get you in a groove and you keep writing, which is what usually happens for me. I just need to get myself to write the first sentence, and then the rest will start coming.
That is great advice for anything that someone wants to start, is just taking the first step. If you just, like you said, kind of lower your expectations of what you want to accomplish and just try a small piece, it makes it so much more doable and it's something that you can actually tackle.
Yeah, totally. I understand if you have a picture of exactly how it'll go and you want it to be perfect and you can't reach that standard, but really you're going to make the progress just taking little steps. So that's what I found.
I think it's brilliant that you had a teacher that's how you got it started. I went to a couple of courses over, I don't know, the last 40 years, I guess, being in the government service and in the military. And several of the courses required us to journal during that period of time. And I never had a problem during that time. But when it was over, it just quit.
What did you journal about?
Well, it was about what we did for the course in that particular day, what I learned and stuff like that. So it was actually very beneficial. But every time I was like, hey, I'm digging this journaling stuff. I'm going to continue doing it. Not so much, but I had good intentions while I was doing it. Hey, but I know what the one thing that everybody that's listening right now wants to know. At the coffee shop, what are you drinking?
Ooh. My favorites are, if it's a cold day, I like a mocha. And if it's a warm day, I like an iced latte. But if they have a special drink that they're offering, I might try that too.
Julia, tell us something that's coming up that you are looking forward to.
This is a pretty big year. I've got a lot of things that I'm looking forward to. I guess the most special one coming up is I get married next month.
Yay!
Woohoo! I can't believe that's a month away.
I know,
oh my goodness.
Crazy? Yeah, we've been engaged for a little over a year, and yeah, now we're a month away. So we're gonna have all of my family's gonna come out to Colorado, and a lot of my partner's family is gonna come out too, which is extra special because he and his family and friends are all from Germany, so that'll be a big travel.
Well, let's back up. We need to hear about your fiance
Yeah.
and how you met.
Yeah, of course. So we met in the CU Boulder Community Orchestra a few years ago. I have been playing in orchestras for probably 10 years or so, and as a student at CU...
She's phenomenal, by the way.
Oh, thank you. As a student at CU, I joined the community orchestra, which is a non-audition, like anyone's welcome, just come play music orchestra, and it's open to anyone in the community, not just students. So let's see, I guess it was 2021 when he came to the US and immediately joined an orchestra. So it was actually him who initiated a small group of us to go out and get a drink sandwich after orchestra rehearsals. And so that's how we started to get to know each other through those little hangouts. And then we started hanging out one-on-one.
Oh, very slick.
Oh, wait, so did he go to CU Boulder too, or he just joined the community orchestra?
He just joined the community orchestra. So he finished all of his schooling over in Germany and then got a job in Boulder and joined the community orchestra.
So you're a flutist.
Yes.
What does he play?
He plays the trombone.
That's very cool. And what a great way to find connections with people moving here.
Oh, totally.
Kind of genius.
Yeah, totally. It's an automatic small community, like wherever you go. So, fun fact, his parents also met in orchestra playing flute and trombone.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's a very fun fact.
That is a weird fact.
Weird.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they have a musical family.
Okay, I want to hear a little bit about how you chose the flute and how he chose the trombone.
I picked the flute because it has a really nice sound, but I also kind of just picked it because that's what my friends were doing, and it sounded like a good option. So I wish I had some deep story of how I just knew that the flute and I were meant to be, but no, it was just kind of random, but worked out really well. I'm loving it now.
You know, she's being completely modest out there. She is phenomenal. I've listened to her just start playing with my son, and he plays the guitar, and I was like, what is going on here? They just start making music together. It was awesome.
Oh, thanks so much. I love playing flute, and I'm so glad that I am able to keep playing through the community orchestra, even not as a student or with lessons anymore. But yeah, it's really great to have music.
I'm still thinking about this community orchestra, non-audition. Anyone can join, but you have to be able to play an instrument.
Yeah, I imagine that if you showed up not knowing how to play an instrument, you'd probably get bored or intimidated. But yeah, there's no audition. You can just join.
So it doesn't matter how many people of a particular instrument there are. If they want to join, they can join.
Oh, good question. Actually, the past year or two, we've had way too many flutists, flautists, and a couple other instruments. So recently we've had to split into two groups, and some people play on these pieces and other people play on these pieces. But
I see.
They didn't kick anybody out of the orchestra. We just had to distribute the music a little bit.
Okay, we are going so deep on this tangent on music, but I have other questions. Yeah. I want to hear about songs that you like to play or songs that you don't like to play.
My favorite to play are the symphonies. I particularly like Tchaikovsky and Shostakovich, who are both Russian composers, so I guess I like Russian classical music. I don't know, but I like the full multi-movement symphonies. Those are fun to play. Mm-hmm. Except one piece that was also fun, that was totally not a symphony, but it was just a memorable piece. A few years ago, we played a piece called And God Created Great Whales. We had the whole orchestra, and there was a screen in the auditorium, and it was showing a slideshow of different whales, and alongside the orchestra there was a soundtrack playing that was just whale calls on and off.
I don't remember that. Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, but also very cool.
Yeah, that was fun. And then the orchestra members were they were playing music that was kind of a combination of complementing the whale sounds and also mimicking the whale sounds. So that was a fun one.
Wow.
I think it's a fun question. What kind of music do you like to play? And then what do you not like to play?
Well, I could see there being preferences,
Yeah.
you know, things that you like, but also things you don't like. When I listen to orchestras play, I really like movie scores and things from soundtracks.
Those are fun.
And you didn't mention that, so I'm wondering what you think about those.
Those are both fun to play because you can recognize the music going on, but also music in movies tends to be way harder than you expect it to be.
Oh, is that true?
Especially in the flutes. Flutes tend to have a lot of fast and high notes.
For like the action of a movie?
Yeah, so it can actually get pretty complicated.
Hey, Julia, tell us a little bit about the upcoming wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically setting it up.
Yeah, it's been
Prepping.
a lot of time and emails and lists and everything, but I've enjoyed it. I think it's fun. I think my partner would say the same. One thing that made it a lot easier for us was we went with the all-inclusive package of our venue. So that means the caterer is chosen, baker, DJ, all of that is in one package, and the venue takes care of the contracts and payments and everything with them. So that made a big difference.
That is nice.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite part thus far?
Well, okay, the easy answer is the cake tasting and the food tasting. It was pretty great. Just show up and eat food, have dessert, tell them what you like, go home.
How has that worked? They're like, hey, okay, so you need to be here at 5 o'clock this night. Don't eat anything all day long.
Something like that. They had a handful of options for the evening that they had the food prepared, and then you show up, and there were a bunch of couples, maybe like 10 couples who are all doing their tasting at the same time, I guess, so that you can...
really?
Yeah, so I guess they just
did
made
not picture
big
that.
batches of food that you spread out.
Did you
to
guys get to
everybody.
talk with each other, or were you kind of off on your own, doing your own thing?
We're kind of just at our own table, doing our own thing, so... But that would have been fun, though.
That'd be so funny, though, if you're like, oh, this one is really good, and you look over and all the other couples are like, this one's the worst. That is so fun. And so smart that they have everyone come in at the same time. I did not picture that.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's efficient, I guess.
What about like dress shopping and picking out your colors? How did you make all those decisions?
Yeah, dress shopping was really fun. I picked a weekend that worked for the people that I wanted to go dress shopping with, which included some family members and a couple of friends, and picked a couple bridal shops that were in the area and just made a plan of we'll go here in the morning and then have a snack drink break, fuel up, and then go to the next shop. And I ended up having to sleep on it and then picked a dress the next day and then went and picked it up the next weekend.
Oh, that's so smart. Okay, when you think about your upcoming wedding ceremony and reception, 2 questions. In one word, what is your vision about what you want the day to be like? And second question, putting your wedding song aside, what is one song that you are excited to play at the reception?
For the first question of a word to summarize it, I mean, I guess any couple could say this, but the word I would pick is us. So, feeling.
Oh, that's so good.
So first starting, the location is also in Boulder, so it's representative. Like people get to see where we live and work and spend most of our time. I hope that people will think that the dress is me and that the venue is us, and that it doesn't feel like we were trying to force our wedding into a mold, but just what works for us. So we'll see how that vision turns out.
What song are you excited about?
We have made a Spotify list of inspo songs. Then we'll give it to the DJ, and he can do whatever he wants with that, play them all, or just use it as inspiration. So we'll see what songs are actually played. I'm looking forward to... Well, I think the two of us would look forward to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. I don't know why. We just like that song. Yeah.
That's a great song to dance to.
Yeah, I think that'll be a fun one. And then my partner has a couple German party songs thrown in there. And I am excited and nervous to see how that goes. I'm excited to see what songs that he grew up partying to. And I hope that everyone can get into them. Or at least he and his friends.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So for the listeners, my 2 kids are going to be the flower boys in the wedding but they're very young. They haven't been to a wedding yet.
Oh,
So
wow.
we have been practicing listening to reception music because when we get there, I want to jam out. And I don't want it to be something that's unfamiliar to them. So maybe I'll have to pull up some German wedding reception songs
That's
to play
awesome.
as
I
well.
love that you guys are practicing for that. That's awesome.
She would do that. So intentional.
So, what is happening after the wedding?
Good question. More stuff's happening after the wedding. We are actually moving to Switzerland a couple months after because I'm going to be starting my master's over there, and it'll also be closer to my partner's family. So it's a kind of
Wow,
dual
congratulations.
purpose. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, tell us how this came about.
Well, my partner wanted to go back to Europe at some point, be closer to family, and I had been considering getting a master's at some point anyway, so we kind of figured that this could be a dual purpose move. So closer to his family, and then an opportunity for me to get my master's while also immediately jumping into a community, I guess, with other people in the program.
Well, that is completely wild.
Tell us a little bit about the school that you chose and the program that you chose and what you think it's going to be like.
Oh, yeah. So I will be studying biomedical engineering, which is what I'm very excited about. I got my bachelor's in mechanical engineering, but tried to focus my projects in medical devices. And my current job is kind of at the intersection of that. I'm doing mechanical testing of spine medical devices. And I really like working in the medical device space. It's fulfilling to be involved in medicine or helping patients, but not being the nurse or the doctor, but behind the scenes, like getting the implant, making sure the implants are safe for people before the doctors can actually use them. And I'm excited to keep going down the route of medical devices with biomedical engineering.
That is such a cool field to be in. It takes so much specific education and very specialized knowledge and motivation. What a cool way to serve others in the medical field, like you said, without practicing medicine, but also in a way that is so important and so impactful for people.
Yeah, I love what I'm doing, and I'm excited to keep learning more.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your partner's family. So how close will you be to his family?
So geographically, we'll be about 4 hours away by train. Wow. So much closer than across the Atlantic Ocean. We'll have the opportunity to just take a train up to them, maybe spend a weekend there and come back.
Does he have siblings who live nearby?
Oh yeah, they all live in kind of the same town. So it's his parents and then 2 siblings. So hopefully we'll get to see them more.
I just have a real quick question about the schooling portion of it. Is it all English based or?
Yeah, good point. Everything will be taught in English. I am learning German, but my German is nowhere near engineering class level.
I mean, that would be really impressive to be able to go to those classes. Tell us a little bit about who you were as a student in high school versus in undergrad, and what do you hope stays the same when you're a grad student, or is there anything that you are hoping might change when you become a grad student?
This brings me to when I studied abroad. I did 1 semester of study abroad in Dublin, Ireland. A couple of the classes there made me realize that there's a certain system of teaching that works better for me than others. There was one class where it was just lectures the entire semester and then one like giant final exam at the end of the semester that was almost your entire grade. That did not work well with me. So I'm really hoping that my master's classes will be more like the American style classes where you're having homework and quizzes and there's office hours and things to check your learning along the way instead of just a giant test at the end. But I have no idea. It could be either way. That's just what I'm hoping for.
Oh, that is so fun to not know how it's going to go. But I know what you mean. I had a class like that, not abroad, and everybody was so confused. I'm excited to hear more about how it does go.
Yeah, me too. And even if it is the difficult learning class way, it's only 2 years, so hopefully I can just get through the 2 years, take whatever grade I'll get, and then move on to the next thing.
Hey, Julia, tell us about a connection that maybe you've had with somebody that you really value lately.
Ooh, well, the obvious one would be my fiance. Of course,
Yeah.
all time with him is good time, but I've also been talking about him a lot, so I'll talk about another connection. So another connection that I've been valuing is my high school best friend. I actually just got back from a trip to visit her over the weekend. Last weekend, I had a conference in Toronto, Canada during the week, and decided while I'm on that side of the continent, I would stop by my friend who is in Boston, and we had like a little mini bachelorette weekend. She showed me around the city, and we hung out, saw some cool sights.
Is that your first time you've been to Boston?
Yeah, that was my first time in Boston.
First trip to Boston with your best high school friend and your bachelorette party weekend. How did it go?
It was so much fun. It was really good to get some girl time and have the whole weekend together. She showed me around the city. The first thing that we did after arriving, I arrived on Friday, and Saturday morning we went to brunch at this beautiful restaurant. It had a beautiful view of the city and the park below, and it was clear blue skies, delicious breakfast. So I'm a big brunch fan. So that was a great kickoff to the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The library is actually a really beautiful building, and we just got to explore that a little bit. So that was a good time.
That sounds awesome.
On Saturday or Sunday, we went to the Little Italy area of Boston, which was super cool because she and I, after college, worked at a hostel in Italy together for a few weeks. So it was,
oh wow,
yeah. So it was like throwing it back to those times. There's a cannoli rivalry there, so we of course had to go crown the winner. We went to one cannoli shop and then another, and got one from each to do judging ourselves.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Was it an easy choice or not really?
For her it was. I personally realized that I could never be a food critic because they all just tasted like cannolis to me.
Yeah. Probably that's how I would be too. Oh, so I'm curious about this. You have talked about studying abroad. You've talked about working at a hostel in Italy. You're talking about moving to Switzerland. You have done a lot of really cool things. So what's left on your bucket list? Tell us about some of the things that are on the top of your bucket list.
Well, there's always more countries to see. I don't think that list will ever be completely fulfilled, but the places that are at the top of the list right now are my partner and I want to show each other where we each studied abroad. So I want to take him to Dublin, and he studied abroad for a year in Sweden, and he really wants to show me that too. So that will be fun to show each other the area and where we each spent some time. So that's top of the list.
I forgot that you did do a year. Was it a year in Dublin for your college?
One semester.
A lot of good friends out of that one as well.
Oh, totally. Yeah. We kind of got some good out of a bad situation in that it was during peak COVID time. This was spring 2021. So
wow,
everything was closed. Restaurants, pubs, museums, everything. Honestly, I don't even know why they let us into Ireland in the first place. We had to stay within 5 kilometers of our residence. Like it was really, wow. Yeah, it was pretty intensely locked down.
That's a real lockdown.
Yeah, it was. But there was actually a decent sized group of international students studying abroad there that semester. So we all bonded, had a great time together, and we're still able to explore a decent amount of the city and the country, just on bike or train or walking around and hanging out with each other. So I have now friends from Italy and Germany and Denmark and France and kind of all over. So that was really great for the semester itself and also for friends for now and the future.
Wow. You know what's so cool about that is that when you take your partner back there, it will be kind of a different experience for you too, not being peak COVID. So it'll be interesting to see how that trip goes, and what might be different from your original trip.
Yeah,
And it's
totally.
also pretty cool that like your cohort of students studying abroad in that moment all went through something that hasn't really happened before and hasn't really happened since. So what a unique experience that you all had together.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So probably everyone after that had a normal study abroad experience, more or less. So it was really a unique semester for sure.
Hey, Julia, how did you pick Dublin as your location of choice to go to school?
Similar to the master's programs, I wanted to apply somewhere that was English speaking. So Dublin fits that criteria.
Hmm.
Yeah, check.
Yeah, check that
Mhm.
box. And there were also not a ton of schools that I could get engineering credit for, which I needed at the time because I was a junior at this point. Um, but this university had engineering classes that I could take. And then so that kind of narrowed it down to Dublin or Australia. And I decided I didn't want to deal with the bugs and other creatures in Australia, so Dublin it was.
There is a
That's a
little
good
bit of
point.
that down there, down under.
Gibby, you've been to Australia once or a couple times?
Once. Yep. And
And what were the bugs like there for real?
everything out in the boondocks out there, or the outback, as they call it, it wants to kill you. So yeah,
So I made the right
that's
choice.
the deal.
Oh,
It's like
sounds
yeah,
like it.
it's like Pandora in that movie. Everything outside the gate wants to kill you. No, the
What?
blue people.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Yes,
Sorry.
sir.
Avatar?
Avatar.
Oh,
I've only seen it one time.
We'll be cutting that out.
Possibly. Maybe.
Uh,
Uh,
what advice do you have for students that want to study abroad?
Ooh, I can think of a few things. So the first one is do it. Just go for it. There's not going to be many opportunities in your life to go take several months off and go to another country and
mhm.
come back and pick up your life like normal. So go for it. The second one would be make sure you have all your documents. I was not prepared with the correct documents, so I got to Ireland and they're asking for certain papers
Yikes.
that I did not have. Fortunately, I
Mm.
guess I got a really nice person at customs who let me pull up stuff on my phone and let me go in anyway, but not everybody's going to be that nice. So don't make
Yeah.
the same
Mhm.
mistake as I
Wow.
did. And then the last thing would be just to make the most of your time there. Go explore as much as you can. If possible, take easy classes so you're not locked in doing
Mm,
homework all the
good
time.
advice.
Yeah. And see as much as you can, meet as many people as you can.
Those are all great points of advice. Thanks for sharing
Yeah.
that.
Hey, Julia, here's one for you. What will you remember fondly from today and 15 years from now?
Oh, good question. I think I'm going to fondly remember a lot of the little things from my life today. Like one example would be yesterday, my partner and I rode our bikes to the farmer's market and we just walked around and met some friends and it was really nice just taking the bike out, riding along the creek, doing some shopping, sitting out in the sun. Like it's kind of a little moment, but also a big moment at the same time.
That sounds nice.
Very dreamy. But I think you're right. It does sound small, but those are the moments that make life life. I mean, that is what living should be about.
Totally.
I love that image of a peaceful bike ride along a creek and enjoying time at the farmer's market. That is a great answer.
Yeah, the farmers market just opened a few weeks ago, and the weather's been really nice lately, so it's really great Saturday morning
Oh, it's a
activity.
good time of the year.
Mhm.
As we wrap up our conversation, first we want to say thank you so much for your time and sharing about your life and all the things that you are an expert on and have to teach us. I feel like we've learned a lot this last hour. Um, with so many changes coming up this year, what do you picture or what vision do you have for your life 15 years from now?
Ooh, it's tough because I don't know what my life will look like 3 years from now. Even
Yeah.
we could be in Europe or in the US, so I don't even know what continent we'll be on. But I hope that in 15 years from now, well, I will have been married to my then husband for 15 years and maybe have a kid or two, maybe have a dog or two, but we'll see where the future brings us. Hopefully living somewhere pretty cool like Switzerland or back in Boulder.
And still traveling like you guys do.
Oh, yes, good point. Still traveling, hopefully still playing in an orchestra.
Yeah. Being a flautist.
Exactly.
Did I say it right?
Nailed
You
it.
did.
Yes. Well, this has been so fun, Julia. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been great chatting with you guys and hanging out. And yeah, I really appreciate you inviting me. Yeah. And I'll see you soon.
We're
even.
going to see you
next
in a
month.
couple
Yeah.
weeks.
We'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
It's
Yeah,
exciting.
woo.
Have a good night.
Good night,
Thank you.
Julia.
So much fun. How do you think it went?
Julia was delightful. It was a lot of fun. Well, I learned a lot of things about Julia I had no idea.
Like what?
Well, she already had done school abroad once before. So, I mean, this is something she just, it obviously seems like it's natural for her.
The traveling?
Yeah. Well, the traveling and studying abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And this really isn't just a semester. This is 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
So very cool. And then,
Yeah.
of course, we learned how to say flautist properly.
That was a great takeaway from the episode as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm amazed that something that's so important to her, which is playing in an orchestra, she's able to keep that up as a hobby, a really important hobby, and a really great way of connecting with other people, and also still have her full-time job and career and the rest of her life. Like, wow, that is inspirational.
Yeah. I actually have seen when they do performances, you can tune in through YouTube. They're quite brilliant. And I didn't know that you just walked on. That's wild. I wouldn't be able to do it because I don't know.
You don't play an instrument. Something I thought was cool about things that Julia shared is the common sentiment of just doing it or just starting it or just doing some of it. Like something might seem overwhelming to accomplish, like becoming a daily journaler or studying abroad as an undergrad student. Those are her two examples.
Mhm.
But for both of those, she said, just do it. Like,
Just start doing it.
Just start. Just take the first step and then move forward. I think that's great advice for almost anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. I hope that Julia and her fiance have a wonderful life. I can't wait to see them in a few weeks while they do their wedding. That is going to be cool because our whole family is going to be gathering there as well.
Yep, it's going to be a blast. Well, we have new episodes every Monday, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for dialing in and listening to us.
Porch Swing People out.
Porch Swing People is recorded and produced by Lex and Gibby. Opening music was written and produced by Michael Gibson. Porch Swing People is a podcast featuring everyday people. If interested in being a guest, email us at porchswingpeeps@gmail.com.